After nearly a day of pretending to work, we received a strange letter requesting us to review a game. As we launched and entered the game, we were filled with feelings of profound anticipation. Until the tutorial started.
What the hell?
Please don't kill me.
What's up, guys? I'm Pao.
And I'm Gwen, and thanks for joining us in another game review. Up to this point, we've been reviewing casual, just let me grab my phone and play for a while games.
For a change, we played Identity V, a survival horror game by the Chinese company NetEase, where you either play as a survivor or a hunter in a 1 vs 4 environment. Survivors takes on the role of, surviving, while the hunter prevents everyone from escaping.
The story premise of the game is really interesting. The story revolves on an amnesia private investigator, cause they all are, tasked to find a missing girl who most likely got caught up in this brutal game of hide and seek. You progress through the story by continuously playing multiplayer matches and reaching achievements.
I mean, for me personally, I really like the overall story arc of the game. Although it's kind of typical, where there's this melancholic guy really bored with his life, eventually got an invitation to investigate about this haunted manor. I mean, it's really typical for, I think, not only for games, I think for movies as well. But unfortunately, we got caught up in this issue where we got stuck at the lobby. So I have contacted their social media accounts.
We're still waiting for a reply.
Yeah, so guys, if you know how to get out of that part of the game, I think that would be a really big help for us. Just to sum it up, I think the arc is really nice. Yeah, just that part, we cannot do any progress.
It might be because there is an event right now.
Yeah.
That's our theory.
Yeah, or we tried playing the Chinese version of the game, so I think we're gonna do some exploration a bit to see some difference, or is it just an update issue? So I don't know.
And the most disappointing part is I thought that I would delve deeper into the story as I continued to play, but then I played, and then I got stuck. The story did not go on.
So for me, when it comes to the gameplay, I really find it interesting and fun, since when you take the role of a survivor or a hunter, I think it really brings out the best in you, especially if you're a competitive player or just a casual player. I mean, on both ends, you can feel that rush, that thrill of being chased by someone, or you're going to hide when the hunter is looking for you.
Yeah, it's really nerve-wracking, especially when you're a survivor, because before you can escape, you have to open the door. And then before opening the door, you have to decode ciphers. And then those decoding has QTEs.
Basically, as a survivor, you can do a lot of things. There's a chest where you can open stuff there.
And then all of this is happening while the hunter is running around looking for you.
Yeah, I think it's best for you to guys to help out each other, especially when one of you is caught by the hunter.
Yeah.
So that you can escape together.
Team play is really important because you need others to heal you. Because you're tied up in a chair. You're literally tied up.
Yeah.
People have to help you untie.
Yes.
And then you have to escape together because you have to escape at least 2 or 3.
Yeah. In order
3
for
people
you to
in order,
win.
in order for it to be a win. 2 people means a draw, 3 people a win. The gameplay is actually nothing new. It actually reminds me of Dead by Daylight. The game that was released in 2016, 2 years before the game, where it's also 1v4 hunt or be hunted gameplay, right? But that said, the gameplay works. It's still fun. The controls need some time getting used to, as it is not as fine-tuned as I want it. I can't really control my character and make it walk to wherever I want it to walk.
For the controls, I'm kind of annoyed with the controls sometimes. I think it is more advantageous when you're playing as a survivor rather than as a hunter. Cause when you're playing a survivor, I mean, you can really outrun or outmaneuver the hunter by say, just going around him. As a hunter, it will be more difficult for you to hit them because your left finger, you're gonna be using your left finger to move the characters, while your right finger, you're gonna be using it to pan the camera angle. So you have to simultaneously move it so that you can really directly hit your target.
It is a nice detail that they put in the game is that the hunter is more difficult to control than a survivor because yeah, the hunter is bigger than the survivor. He has a weapon and he's like really bulky or sometimes just really big. So it actually makes sense that controlling the hunter is harder and it is indeed frustrating, but it's nice to see contrast in that as they've put thought in that, which is good.
If you're playing this game like for really, really long hours, for me, I played it like almost like 3 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours ago, and I felt really nauseous and very dizzy because of the game controls. So I think you can just play it like casually, like an hour.
And the art is very Tim Burton-like.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Nightmare Before Christmas. Like the characters have buttons for their
exactly.
eyes. Yeah, it adds to the surrealness of the game.
For me, I would really like to commend the sound of the game. Like, if you really want to get the full grasp of the game, I really advise you to play it wearing your headphones or earphones, because there's a lot of features in the game where just like the footsteps, of course, you would know if the hunter is lurking behind you. So I think, and of course the jump scare moments, there's a lot of it. So I think it's really fun to play the game when you're in close surroundings.
Yeah, because if the hunter is near you, your character's heart is beating fast.
Yeah.
Which also makes your heart beat fast.
Yeah.
It's really nerve-wracking. But at least you know that the hunter is near, right? The animation is fine, not great. Sometimes characters' fingers are not actually touching the ones that they're supposed to be touching, like the buttons and stuff. But I really didn't expect any AAA graphics with this game, so it really does not bother me at all. In general, I really like the game. It has a nice concept and it's really, really fun to play.
For me, yeah, I kind of agree with you. I would give this game a huge thumbs up for the overall mechanics, and the characters are pretty much very diverse. You can choose a lot of characters, and then each of them have different backgrounds.
But of course, it's still an online game, so when your internet connection is
it's pretty crappy.
if it's crappy, you walk like crazy. You can't control anything. It destroys the game.
Actually, especially when you're playing a ranked match where there's corresponding points, and then you're gonna get stuck in the middle of somewhere.
Yeah, it's really frustrating if you know that I could have hit that person, but lags.
For me, the things that I don't like about the game is the issue that we're currently experiencing. I don't know. I have searched thousands of pages on Reddit or other online sources, but most of them cannot give me a concrete answer on how to solve the issue. And the controls, for me, actually it's fine, just like what Gwen said. But I mean, the constant shift of angles, especially when you're hitting someone, I think that's really frustrating for me.
Yeah, it adds to the difficulty of the game, but sometimes it can be really frustrating that you just want to, I don't want to play this game anymore. So right now there's an event, a collab event with Persona 5, which is actually the first game that I thought of when I saw Identity 5, Persona 5. So it's a good thing right now that there's a collab event. But it might be the issue on why we really can't progress to the story. We actually really don't know. So this gameplay, good for me, it's really good. Unless you really can't go with the story, and then I don't want to play it anymore.
that's the thing that we're really looking forward to. I mean, the story, because when you start playing the game, there's this storyline, and it really captivates a lot of players, and it's really interesting. But yeah, then the issue happened. I don't know why we're stuck there in the lobby. I'm just roaming around tapping, everything that I could tap, and it does not work. So yeah. So on that note, I think it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So this has been Pao.
And this has been Gwen.
Can you solve the mystery of Identity 5?
Why do you always do that?